Hey, Bree, we have a question that's come in, and it's a bit of a heart wrencher because this is from some parents that are saying we just learned that our child has been diagnosed with autism and we're heartsick about it. I thought of you immediately for this question. This is your expertise as a psychologist and a professional. What would you like to say to this couple?
Oh, that's a great question. And I have a lot of parents that come into my practice with that same exact question, same exact presenting problem. And so there are three things that I typically start off with. Number one, take a really big deep breath. Sometimes receiving a lifelong diagnosis can be really, really gut wrenching, overwhelming. It can really be like a shock to your system a lot of times. And so the best thing to do is just take a few big deep breaths and just sit with it for a minute. Don't try and change it. Don't try and react. Just sit with it and sit with your partner and sit with your other family members and sit with trusted loved ones.
Yeah.
My
And
other response, yeah,
And that's important because sometimes, if depending on your personality, you get a diagnosis like this and you kick into problem solving mode. All right, here's what we're going to do.
absolutely.
And you got to do this, and this other thing's happening. And you're saying, hold on, press the pause button, take this in, take some deep breaths, metaphorically as well as literally, and make sure, let the dust settle. Let's like take this in and, as you said, sit in it. Okay, that's number one. What's number two?
Yes. So, number two is I would often ask parents to think about how they feel and the questions that they might have about the news that they just heard. A lot of times I'll get one of two very different reactions when parents receive a diagnosis of autism. The first reaction I get is, oh, thank goodness there's a name for everything that we've been seeing.
Mm-hmm.
The other response I get is, oh no, my child's going to be like Rain Man, which isn't accurate at all. But those are typically the two different polar opposite reactions that clinicians will receive. And so it's oftentimes really helpful for couples to just sit and talk about a variety of questions that they have and the deep rooted feelings they have. One of the number one common feelings that we see is fear.
Yeah, fear. Yes, no doubt about it because it's unknown. This is what am I supposed to do now, right? But I love
Mhm.
that idea of just I almost picture a couple with a yellow pad of paper or getting their iPad out or whatever and just let's brainstorm all the questions that we have about this so that we can get those answered by a professional like yourself that specializes in it, that has done research in this. So that's great. So first of all, take that collective breath. Let's take this in. Let's not get crazy and try to solve the world's problems on it right now. Secondly,
Mhm.
let's collect our questions. And then number three,
Yes, find a great support group for you and your partner. Oftentimes, I recommend different couples seek counsel at churches. You can seek different counsel in rural areas. There's great online forums that you can go to, and there's also great in person support groups that you and your partner can be a part of. Because a lot of times people have that initial reaction of, oh no, autism, our life is over. And in those support groups, you're able to hear just such amazing stories of families and and really get great solid advice from people.
yeah,
And so really reaching out to those churches and being a part of a bigger community.
realizing that you're not alone in this journey, that other people have walked this path before you, that I can learn from those people
Mhm.
and find solace and comfort from others is a huge, huge gift. So, hey, Bree, this is incredible wisdom and help. I would also add on to that, they need to find somebody like you. If they're really struggling, they need a professional counselor, don't you think?
I 100% agree. As a licensed marriage and family therapist, we are trained to see the entire family unit and the entire system.
Yeah.
And so, if you have other children that are also going to be learning how to be a sibling of a child with autism, I mean, bringing in the whole group to really process this can be
Yeah.
incredible and beneficial.
Yeah. Dr. Turns, thanks for your wisdom.